Good afternoon, grade 10s. Fitzy here. Just made this expense, inventory, sales, record, and net income spreadsheet for you guys, for your businesses, so you could keep track of your inventory and the products that you are selling. First of all, this is where you put in your name of your company. I've typed in Fitzy already. And then this next section is called expense and inventory record. We're going to need to keep track of our costs, which are expenses, in order to figure out how much net income we're making at the end of this whole project. So let's say today, on November 22nd, I purchased from Walmart, this is who I paid, put in whatever the receipt number is. If there's no receipt number, don't worry about it, just leave it blank. What did I buy? I bought mugs that I'm going to sell. Let's say I bought 10 of them. That's how many, quantity, and they were $5 each. So this spreadsheet is automatically going to calculate that it was $50 before tax, but with 13% tax in Ontario, you would have paid $6.50. Now, in accounting, accountants need to keep tax separate from some of their costs because in some cases, we can get this HST back from the government. It's actually called HST recoverable. We will talk about that in grade 11 if you take the accounting course. Anyways, so far you spent $56.50 on that purchase. Let's say on the next day, tomorrow, I go back to Walmart and I want some more mugs. The receipt number, I bought more mugs. Let's say I bought 5 of them, and again, they're still $5 each. And therefore, my total expenses so far are here. I'm going to get this to add up at the bottom. Okay, so once you have some expenses, if you see at the bottom here, so far we have $84.75. And we should have $84.75 in receipts if you add up all your receipts. All right. With respect to your sales now, I want you guys to keep track on a daily basis of what you're selling as well. So let's say the next day, November 24th, I sold mugs, because that's what I'm selling. And let's say I sold 3 of them. And we know that they were $5 each. And I have this set up to calculate your cost, including the tax, because in order for us to calculate our gross profit now, we're going to include that. Because we're not actually going to be remitting to the government, so I want to make sure you guys keep the track of your tax included. Okay, so my total sales for those 3 mugs, let's say I sold them for $10 each, so let's say I had $30 in sales. My gross profit was $24. So this is going to keep track of how much profit you've made. Now remember, your gross profit is not your net income because we haven't looked at any of your fixed costs yet. So this is gross profit is really just your revenue minus your costs of goods sold, which I'm going to talk about down here a little bit. So at the end of the day, we're going to have to make an income statement where you're going to have to put your total sales revenue. Actually, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to get this to calculate for you guys. You won't even have to do it. Total variable costs are going to be here. And you're going to have to put in your total fixed cost. So let's say you bought some business cards and they cost you $25. So far, your net income is going to be this minus this minus this. There you go. You don't have any net income yet. But let's watch what happens if we get some net income. Let's say the next day, on November 25th, I sold more of my mugs. Let's say I sold 5 of them. And again, they were $5 each. So 5, and my price was $10. So that would have been $50 I got in revenue. I'm going to put revenue in here to help remind you that this is revenue. Revenue is the price you're selling it for, your sales. There we go. So now the $80 in revenue is going to come here. The $11.30 in variable cost is going to come here. I'm going to put the gross profit in here because gross profit is actually revenue minus cost of goods sold. I'll get this to calculate for you as well, just like it's doing here. Okay, so now you have net income. Your company has made money, and this is the amount of money that we are going to be donating to charity. But if these were not charitable organizations, this is the amount of money that you guys are going to be keeping, your net income. Pretty cool, huh? So I want you to use this spreadsheet if you can. If you are using one, you're probably better off to use this one because it has everything done for you. And eventually at the end of this course, we're going to have to do an income statement that's going to be very similar. We're just going to add some more details here. So this is just an introduction to net income.